Candace Owens.
No cops! No KKK! No fascist USA! No cops! No KKK! No fascist USA! No cops! No KKK! No fascist USA! No cops! No KKK! No fascist
So why do you think there are people are there not people trying to... Are you wait a minute, so you are saying that there are some freedoms that we asked publicly that you want to change?
Turning Point USA functions to spread borderline fascist, but most definitely divisive rhetoric that functions only to divide the working class and prevent efforts at solidarity to create real material change in people's lives. And I think that real material change in the lives of working class people needs to happen, and it needs to happen through solidarity.
I am very encouraged by the positivity shown. We have hundreds of people coming to this event. I think over 1,500 tickets were sold to this event. And you know what? I am for freedom. I am for freedom of speech. And I am for the freedom of assembly. That's just why we have all these protesters here. I believe in that right and the right to petition. So you know what? They can do that just as much as I have a right to go up and ask them questions and what they're here for, what they're doing, why they're protesting the event. But I will say there are so many students that have been involved with planning this event and making this event possible, and we're not going to let protesters shut it down. Protesters, Antifa has arrived.
They also spread out just economic lies about what's good for the working class. They're anti-union, they're pro-corporate. They openly back bigots. They lie about their economics and all the things that they say and all the things that it's supposed to do.
I think the number one takeaway from this event is, you know, we need to allow speakers from both sides to speak. We live in a free country in America. You have the freedom to protest, and that is fine, but also allow us to have the events.
They have a right. It's America. I'm pretty sure I disagree with them philosophically, but they have a right to their opinion.
The speaker tonight, Candace Owens, for one thing, he said that Hitler would be okay if he had stayed in Germany. The main problem with it was that he didn't like that he was a globalist.
Would that be wrong?
Eradicating
Transgenderism.
No, it should be eradicated in
Oh,
the sense
so
of
now people are not allowed to be
genocide!
And I'm always encouraged by how many students are coming together to make these events possible, and I just love that Turning Point is continuing to fight the force in the culture war and making these events possible.
Wait, not you take like an intro to gender, race, sexuality class?
Yeah, I did.
Like
it's called indoctrination because there's two genders. There's a man and there's a woman. There's male and there's female.
And I think Turning Point USA is funded by oil barons and incredibly rich capitalists who have vested material interests in keeping people divided. That rhetoric has no place on our campus, no place in America, and I think it is just toxic for the working class and for the lives of Americans in general.
It's super courageous, especially today when people that disagree show up and respectfully hear somebody speak and, I don't know, formulate opinions and aren't just shouting outside saying nothing. And I saw the images or the videos of the people outside screaming and marching. And so it's weird. People get really angry about it. I feel sad for them. I don't know, they just look so pathetic and so pitiful to me.
I am going to guess Sarah's gender, because I have eyeballs and I'm pretty sure they work. Now, Sarah, did we discuss your gender pronouns before coming up here?
No.
Are they listed on your Instagram profile?
I don't think so.
Here goes nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe Sarah is a woman.
If you had given me a crystal ball and told me that this was going to happen, anybody living in America 13 years ago, thinking that we would be having wars about how many genders there are, we would have thought you were insane. We would have thought you were out of your mind. We would have thought you were on drugs, honestly. Women are being told, go to work, climb the corporate ladder, be just like men. And men are being told, be like women, right? Don't be a man. That's toxic masculinity. Do you feel like a man today? Well, you're wrong. That's it. That is it. You go, what the heck is going on? How did we get here?
Overall, I think the most important thing that's being forgotten a lot by the right is to love people and to have acceptance and kindness for people. people. I think that message is really being lost, especially amongst, what disappoints me the most is amongst like the Christian and religious right. These things are really important to have acceptance for people and to not try to force your will above other people's will.
I wanted to ask you about your topics on transgenderism.
Sure.
I am a transgender man.
Okay.
What are the ramifications, in your opinion, of letting the youth and young people transition?
The suicide rate for trans people goes up after they transition. And I'm talking about once they get the procedures done, after they transition, the suicide rate goes up. I am adamantly against people that are young being put on puberty blockers. I think that it is a human experiment, and the truth is, and I respect you for being here, and I'm really grateful for you for being here, you cannot change your gender. You can change your appearance. At the end of the day, women give birth, men don't. Women have ovaries, men don't. And it is, you can, like I said, change your appearance to make you feel good. Girls can wear different dresses, guys can wear different things, but men will always be men and women will always be women, respectfully.
What are the top 3 things that can be done to help the Black community prosper and succeed? I've noticed, like, doing my own research and my family, that the difference between at least many Black families right now and back then, like during civil rights movements, that they were Christ-centered families, and they were, stronger, I would say, like having a father, a wife, and like working together.
Just answered your own question. You are so correct. You are so correct. People instead fight and say, put more Black people out of prison. No, put all criminals in prison, but also create a society where you have people that are finishing school, and they're more likely to finish school if they come from 2-parent households, which we don't have right now in society for Black America, where there's a 74% single motherhood rate.
I love you to death, and you're my true idol.
Thank you.
I'd like to start by saying, what happens when you run into strangers in public who disagree with you? Because I experience that on my campus all the time, and I get backlash. So I'm just curious, like, what advice you would give for that.
So the first thing that you should do is network with people that agree with you and have the same ideas as you, so that you don't feel like you're fighting alone. You're not alone. I think the first thing to remember is that you are not alone. They want you to feel isolated. The second thing is to remember that they hate happy warriors. As happy as you can be, the laughter, when they see you laughing and seeing how you just don't take them seriously, continue to pursue what you want to pursue in life, because the truth is, they may be laughing now, but I promise you, in life, you will have the last laugh. Thank you guys so much for having me. Thank you. Such a great evening. Thank you.